I challenge you to watch this video to the end, and then tell me in the comments why going to college is a good idea. Let's get started. 3 crappy reasons people say kids should go to college. Number 1, you will learn to be socialized. Spend $100k to $200k to teach your kid how to make friends? Really? There is an abundance of free groups, meetups, and events you can attend to build your network more than you could ever at college alone. Search for an entrepreneurship or digital nomad meetup in your local city. It's surprisingly common to stumble upon millionaires in these groups that are more than happy to connect with you if they can see you are an action taker. You can also build a social media following around something you enjoy. This YouTube channel is how I met my 2 7-figure mentors. Number 2, you will learn how to think. Hogwash. More like be fed facts and information that's tailored to the masses instead of the individual, and will likely become outdated by the time you finish college. If you want to learn how to program, then start programming. To learn human relations, step out your front door and start interacting with people. Number 3, you can't get a job without college. Well, that's what college presidents and society want you to believe. It's a lie. Your piece of paper is becoming less and less relevant as online education from world-class experts is becoming more abundant, and employers are waking up to the fact that the student with an MBA has never actually ran a business. You've also seen your friends get hired because of who they know, not what they know. If you spend 1 year adding value to people, building your network, and developing your sales skills, you will be swimming in job opportunities. 4 more reasons you should avoid college. Students in the US are $1.5 trillion in debt. College tuition has gone up 10 times since 1977. Next, 5 years of opportunity cost is lost. That's 5 years you could be exploring alternatives, which we'll discuss later in this video. Next, you can't choose your own teachers, so too bad if you have a learning style that doesn't go well with one of your teachers. And lastly, limitations to your schedule. The university system has to do what it does. It's got to tailor to the masses, it's got to tailor to all the other students and the teachers, so you're only given a limited amount of options as to how you can plan your day. Now let's explore 5 alternatives to college. The first is start a business. Altucher confesses that not everybody is meant to be an entrepreneur, but if it is for you, you're only going to find out by trying. It will teach you insanely valuable life skills like how to manage limited resources, market, negotiate, and sell. You also don't have a limit on where you can work from and how much you can earn per hour. I've experienced this firsthand. I recently closed a client on a $4,800 deal that only requires 10 hours of my time, so that's $480 per hour. If I were to work the standard 2,087 hours per year, at that rate, it would put me at over $1 million. It can take a few years to get to this point and a ton of headaches, but it's much better than being put through a cookie cutter system where you have to do what someone tells you to and climb a ladder for 10 years just to get a measly 30% increase in your income. Number 2, travel the world. It doesn't cost as much as you think. I've met countless travelers who are making it happen on minimal budget. Last year I stayed in Hawaii for 2 months by helping out 25 hours a week at a getaway resort. I made a new friend where we bonded over the existential badness of the world. I learned what it's like to be inside a dysfunctional business, and I also got to swim with dolphins. You can join couchsurfing.com and people will happily host you for a few days if they like you. You can get a job as an English teacher either online or in another country and use the income to fuel your adventures. Or you can form friendships online through a shared interest, and often they will be happy to lend you their couch for a couple of weeks, providing you're coming from a place of value. And on top of that, understand that you can rent furnished apartments in many parts of the world that only cost $200 to $300 per month. Number 3, become the janitor at McDonald's. True story. But really? The janitor at McDonald's? Well, think about it this way. You'll learn how to work 5 years earlier than those going to college. You'll be forced to deal with people who are not like you. You'll see the genius systems McDonald's has in place to get things done quickly and efficiently. And you'll be earning money instead of crawling into debt. Perhaps not the most attractive alternative in the long term, but short term, it can do you wonders. Number 4, master a skill. I quote Altucher verbatim. People laughed at me when I first made this suggestion, as if playing ping pong was more valuable than college. But let me tell you this, once you master one game, any game, it teaches you how to master in general. This is an incredibly useful skill to learn, particularly if you can do it for cheap. A chessboard and some chess books cost a lot less than a college education. And lastly, take a gap year. Most students have no idea what they want to do with their lives, so why on earth would you jump straight into a crazy expensive 5-year commitment? Visit new places, talk to people, read books, meditate, or journal. Now is the time to learn more about yourself. You can see the other 35 alternatives in the description of this video. Today we debunked 3 reasons people say you should go to college. 1, you'll learn to be socialized. 2, you'll learn how to think. And 3, you can't get a job without college. We discussed 4 more reasons you should avoid college, including insane tuition costs, opportunity cost, an inability to choose your teachers, and limitations to your schedule. And lastly, you learn about 5 of the best alternatives to college. Start a business, travel the world, work at McDonald's, master a skill, or take a gap year. Subscribe to the channel for more videos like this one and tell me in the comments why you think going to college is a good idea. My name is Brandon, and I hope this video made you 1% better.